As soon as Phil woke up, he noticed a whiteness outside quite unusual for the November mornings they had been having. That fall, Chicago was Sandman's town, sleepy valley, drowsy gray, slumberous mistiness from sun up till noon, when the clouds drifted away in cauliflower clusters, and suddenly it was evening. The lights shone on the avenues like soiled lamps centuries old, and the skyscrapers became monsters with a thousand sore eyes. Now, there was a brightness in the airland. Phil knew what it was, and he shouted,
Snow! It's snowing!
What's that?
It's snowing! Oh, they will love this. They will love this.
Who loved that?
The dancers, of course. They will arrive today, or maybe they have already arrived. They walk in snow and love it. Their first snow, I'm sure.
How do you know it wasn't snowing in New York while they were here?
Snow in New York in this early November. Are you crazy?
Who's crazy? Ever since you heard of those dancers of the Philippines, you've been acting nuts, loco. As if they're coming here just for you.
Philemon Akayan, Filipino, was 50, a U.S. citizen. He was a corporal in the U.S. Army training at San Luis Obispo. Tony Antonio Bataler, a retired Pullman porter. He had been bedridden most of the time for the last 2 years.
I'm becoming a white man.
I know, Snuts. It's the sick guy with the sick thoughts. You don't care for nothing but your pain. Your imaginary pain.
You're the imagining fellow. I got the real thing. What for? I got retired.
You're old, man. Old, that's what. And sick, yes, but not cancer.
I know what I've got. Never a pain like this. One day, I'm just gonna die.
Naturally, who says you won't? All of us will die. One day, a medium bomb marked Chicago and this whole dump is tapos. Finish. Who will escape then? Maybe your dancers will. Of course they will. The bombs won't be falling on this night, and when the dancers are back in the Philippines, but maybe, even in the Philippines the bombs gonna fall, no?
What's that to you? You got no more folks over there, right? I know it's nothing to me. I'll be dead before that.
Talk about something nice. Tell me how I am going to introduce myself. Gosh, I wish I had your looks, even with those white spots, then I could face every one of them. But this mug?
That's the important thing, you mag. It's your calling card. It says Filipino countryman.
You're not fooling me, friend. This mug says ugly Filipino. It says old timer muchacho. It says Filipino bejo. It also says soccer, but who wants a palace when they can have the most delicious adobo and the best stuffed chicken? Yum yum.
Yum yum, you're nuts. Plain and simple loco. What do you want to spend? You've been living on lost change all your life, and now on dancing kids who don't know you, and won't even send you a card afterwards.
Never mind the cards. You want cards, but don't you see? They'll be happy, and then you know what? I'm going to keep their voices, their words, and their singing, and their laughter on my magic sound mirror.
Oh, snowfall.
As soon as they accept my invitation, I'll call you up. No, you don't have to do anything, but I want to be here to meet them.
I'm going out myself. I don't know what time I'll be back. And you're not working today, are you, leave?
For 2 days, but the dancers are here.
It still don't make sense to me. But good luck in a way.
Aren't you going to see them tonight? Our reserved seats are right out in front, you know.
I know, but I'm not sure I can come.
What? You're not sure?
I want to, but I'm sick feel. I tell you, I'm not feeling so good. My doctor will know today. He'll tell me.
What will I tell you?
How do I know?
I mean, what's he's trying to find out?
If it's cancer.
Tony, what's the matter? Hey, what's the matter?
I was dying.
Well, I'll be seeing you. Try to be home on time. I shall invite the dancer for luncheon or dinner maybe tomorrow. But tonight, let's go to the theater together, huh?
I'll try.
The air outside felt good. Phil lifted his face to the sky and closed his eyes as the snow and the wet wind drenched his face. He stood that way for some time, crying more to himself, drunk with snow and coolness. He felt strong as his lungs filled with the cold air, as if just now it did not matter too much that he was the way he looked and his English way, the way it was. But perhaps he could talk to the dancers in his dialect. Why not?
Beloved countrymen, lovely children of the pearl of the Orient Sea, listen to me. I'm Phil Akayan. I've come to volunteer my services. I'm yours to command. Your servant, tell me where you wish to go. You want to see in Chicago? I know every foot of Lakeshore Drive, all the gardens and the parks, the museums, the huge department stores, the planetarium. Let me be your guide. That's what I'm offering you. A free tour of Chicago and finally, dinner at my apartment on West Sheridan, roast pork adobo, and chicken piano. Name your dish. How about it? Payasanos?
No way, erase them. That would be a foolish thing to do.
They were always moving away, as if by common consent. They had decided to avoid him, ignore his presence.
I invite you to my apartment.
Excuse us, please.
I invite you to my apartment.
Thank you, but we have no time. Pardon, please.
I invite you to my apartment.
Excuse me.
Oh, Tony is not still here. I wonder why. I must stay awake. I will explain everything to Tony when he arrives.
Discovered a new way of keeping afloat.
Wants to keep afloat.
Just in case in shipwrecks, for example.
Never mind the shipwrecks. I must tell you about the dancers.
But this is important. This way, you can keep floating indefinitely.
What for indefinitely?
Say in a ship, I mean, in an emergency, you're stranded without help in the middle of the Pacific or the Atlantic. You must keep floating till help comes.
More better, find a way to reach shore before the shark smells you. You discover that.
I will.
Now, you listen to me. There they were, Who could have been my children if I had not left home? Or yours, Tony? They gazed around them with wonder, smiling at me, answering my question, but grudgingly edging away as if to be near me were wrong. A violation in their rule book. But it could be there every time I opened my mouth. I gave myself away. I talked in a dialect, Ilocano, Tagalog, Bicol, but no one listened. They avoided me. They had been briefed too well. Do not talk to strangers. Ignore their invitations. Be extra careful in their big cities like New York and Chicago. Beware of the old-timers, the Pinoys. Most of them are bums. Keep away from them. Be on the safe side. Stick together. Entertain only those who have been introduced to you properly. Sure, they had such instruction. Safety measures. They must have called them. What then could I have done? Scream? Out of my good intentions? Prove my harmlessness and my love for them? By beating my breast? Oh, but I love them. You see, I was like them once. I too was nimble with my feet, graceful with my hands, and I had the tongue of a poet, as the village girls and the envious boys from the city. But first, you have to find them. After this many years, it won't be easy. You'll have to search every suffering face in the village gloom for a hint of youth and beauty, or go where the graveyards are and the tombs under the lime trees. One such face, oh God, what am I saying? All I wanted was to talk to them, guide them around Chicago, spend money on them, so that we could have something special to remember about us here when they return to our country. They would tell their folks. We met a kind old man who took us to his apartment. It was not much of a place. It was old like him. When we sat in the sofa in the living room, the bottom sunk heavily, the broken spring touching the floor. But what a cook that man was. And how kind. We never thought that rice and adobo could be that delicious. And the chicken relleno? When someone asked that the stuffing was, we had never tasted anything like it. The old man smiled, saying, "From heaven's supermarket," touching his head and pressing his heart like a clown as if heaven were there. He had this tape recorder, which he called a magic sound mirror, and he had all of us record our voices. Say anything in dialect, sing, if you please, harp on demand, please, he said, his eyes bleeding too. Oh, we had fun listening to the playback. When you're gone, the old man said, I shall listen to your voices with my eyes closed, and you'll be here again, and I won't ever be alone. No, not anymore. After this, we wanted to cry, but he looked very funny. So we laughed, and he laughed with us too. They would not come. They thanked me, but they said they had no time. Others said nothing. They looked through me. I didn't exist, or worse, I was unclean, basura, garbage. They were ashamed of me. How could I be Filipino?
Now, let me teach you how to keep afloat. Oh my God! Turn up the thing off!
Tony, what did the doctor say? What did he say?
So they didn't come after all.
Tony, what did the doctor say?
I know they wouldn't come, but that's okay. The apartment is old anyhow, and it smells of death.
How you talk? In this country, there's a cure for everything.
And complain. We had it good here all the time. Most of the time, anyway.
I wish though they had come. I could.
Yes, they could have. They didn't have to see me, but I could have seen them. I have seen their pictures, but what do they really look like?
Tony, they're beautiful. All of them, but especially the girls. Their grace, their eyes. They were what we call talking eyes. They say things to you and the scent of them. Oh no! I pushed the eraser. Tony, I've lost them all.